Friday Coffee with your mortgage man, Eric. And today we're going to talk about one of the more frequently asked questions that we as lenders and realtors get on a daily basis. What are those questions? Or question is, when's the best time to buy a home? When's the best time to sell a home? Now, in the Phoenix market, right, which is different than other markets across the country, even across the state. So this is going to pertain more to the Arizona and the Phoenix market. And this question is very important, especially since we have such a shortage of inventory in the Phoenix market, and we have this crazy overbidding and multiple bidding, and homes are selling within, hours. I'm kidding you not. These homes that are selling within hours on a Thursday, it's mind-numbing to me, and it's very frustrating to these probable buyers that are out there, right? So, Eric, when's the best time to buy a home? This is getting frustrating. So, summertime versus wintertime. The best time to buy a home in the summertime. Now, look, I'm going to pull from statistics here. Statistically, year after year after year, Phoenix home sales, right? When is the record sales of the year? For every year, statistically, historically speaking, it's June sales are number one month of the year, which means it's May's activity, right? So everybody that's out looking for a home in May, getting under contract in May, is typically closing in the month of June. Therefore, the June sales are up. So the biggest activity month is May. So once we seem to get past that Memorial Day weekend and into June, second weekend of June, things start to taper off. Why is that? Well, biggest reason, I think, is because of the vacations. Phoenix, right? It gets extremely hot here. Kids getting off of school don't want to buy a home until they close, until we close out the school year, right? And we're going to move into a new school district. Those types of things come into play. Vacations, school, the children, how hot it is here. Those types of things come into play, and I think that drives some of the May activity and making May the busiest activity, with June the highest record recorded sales. So if you're looking for a home in the month of May, you're in the playing field with everyone else. It's creates and helps with the frenzy, if you will, right? It just adds to the frenzy. So the advice to you is, if you want to buy during the summertime, wait till like the second week of June, and the closer that you can wait until the July 4th weekend, the Independence holiday that we have, the better, right? So the best time, if you're going to try to fine-tune this, is go looking for a home the weekend before, weekend after of July 4th. Why is that? Well, because it's a pain in the rear, right? You don't want to do that. It's your own vacation. You're scheduling your vacation. You don't want to be out there when it's that hot, but that's exactly why you should do it, because nobody else wants to be out there. So you're going to have more to choose from, per se, and you're going to get a better deal, per se, because the people that are selling their homes at that point are motivated sellers, or else they'd be pulling their homes off the market because they're having cookouts and family over, or they're flying out of town as well. So generally speaking, if the home is still for sale during that time period, they're very motivated sellers, and so many of the buyers have taken themselves off of the playing field, so keeping yourself on the playing field has some huge benefits. Does that make sense? Now, in reverse, right, the sellers, when's the best time to sell a home? Well, that would be in the month of May. Make sure that you have your home ready to hit the market, right? That the latest, middle of April, the latest May 1st, that's what listing agents probably are telling you. Now, if we want to wait till the most ideal time of the year to buy a home, you'd want to wait till the Christmas season. Christmas, New Year's. Why is that? Well, because again, it's a pain in the rear end. Who in the world wants to be out looking for a home, 2 days before Christmas or the day after Christmas? Nobody. But guess what? If that is you, you're the benefit. You're going to get more inventory to choose from. You're going to get the better deal. You're probably going to get your closing costs paid for, because, again, the sellers that still have their home listed for during the holidays are very motivated sellers. Or they, too, would say, hey, look, let's pull it off the market. Or, hey, I don't want to have any showings. I got relatives coming in from out of town. I'm going to have a big Christmas dinner here, blah, 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 yada, yada. I don't want to show the home during that time period, right? So understand where I'm going there. If you want to know the answer, there it is. How many people actually do that? Well, it's few. But again, because it's a pain in the rear end to do it. But if you do it, you're to benefit. Now, the second busiest month, statistically speaking, historically speaking, in Phoenix, record sales every year is October. What does that mean? That means people getting into contract in September, right? What does that mean? After, Labor Day weekend, out looking for homes, right? Kids are back to school now. August is behind us, the hot month. So people are starting to look for homes again and place offers, and the frenzy starting to be created again in September, making October the number 2 closing recorded sales month year after year, historically speaking, in the Phoenix metropolitan area, okay? So keep that in mind. They're your 2 busiest months, and if you want to learn how to buy a home in the best time of the year that benefits you, well, it's going to be in the doldrums of the summertime, July, August, right? Try to hit the 4th of July time period, or you're going to wait till the holiday time. Now, I always call it what I refer to as the funk zone. The worst time to sell your home is in the funk zone, in my opinion, which is Veterans Day to St. Patty's Day. Veterans Day is right around November the 11th, right? Somewhere in there. I think it's the second Thursday of every November, right? I think so. Forgive me if I'm wrong. To St. Patty's Day, March 17th. In that time period, it's generally slow in real estate. Now look, the 55 and over community kind of is exempt from some of these statistics and normalities of the market, if you will, but just kind of giving you a general idea of the market and when is the best time to buy a home to try to avoid paying $10,000 over asking price and having to be out there within 30 minutes of it hitting the market, right? Because that's where we're at, folks. And it's not going to get any better. It just isn't. With that being said, it's Memorial Day weekend. Have yourself a great weekend with the family, and we'll see you.